Brian, welcome back to the fucking pod.
Oh my god, thank you guys for having me on the pod.
Thank you for being here. Thank you for being here on the podcast that we like to call Apples and Oranges.
Apples and Oranges. Oh my goodness.
With Matt and Jack. I'm Matt.
And I'm Jack, baby.
And with us today, we have, once again, if you're a longtime listener, you might know him from the handful of other times he's been on this show. Give it up for our friend, Brian Delong.
Oh my god, thank you. I thought there'd be like a little applause track.
I know. When I said give it up, I'm like, what am I?
Like Spencer and no, not Spencer.
Freddie.
Sam had the remote.
Oh, I guess they.
Remember they marketed Sam's remote toys to children so they could have a soundboard.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
iCarly, big inspiration, but
huge inspiration
for Twitch streamers.
Oh yeah, really though, random dancing.
Yeah, the kids who grew up on iCarly kind of became the pioneers of Twitch streaming.
Yeah,
iCarly was just live, right?
Yeah. I mean, which I think was smart for like the creation of the show. Like it wasn't. I think a lot of narrative drama would have been lost if everything could just be edited and produced.
Totally.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think it was a good narrative arc to increase drama and stakes, and also just they were like, I feel like kids would like watching other kids in a super low produced live format, which was so telling.
Yeah, and I think they did a good job of making it seem actually appealing to kids. Like, what show? Like Radio Rebel. Has anyone seen Radio Rebel before?
Yeah,
like that. I don't like. Why would anyone give a shit about what she's talking about? It's very mundane.
Is this who played as that? Was that Jeanette?
Debbie Ryan.
Okay, both times two pods in a row.
We're talking about Debbie Ryan.
Yeah.
But you know that in that she's kind of just talking about random bullshit, like clicks. They're such bullshit. Am I right?
Hell yeah.
Whereas like iCarly, now that's real entertainment.
iCarly's it's old Hollywood. It's like you're putting
glamour
on a show. Yeah, think about fucking
showmanship, spectacle.
And she was blessed. Oh, please. He was the proto Rizzler.
He kind of was.
Oh, yeah.
He was the original
or maybe
Rizzler.
Guppy was the proto Rizzler.
Well, I think he was the original Rizzler, but then he kind of quickly turned into Big Justice.
Well, you either die a Rizzler or live long enough to become Big Justice.
Well, the fate of Gibby was when his character jumped the shark sort of midway through the second season. I felt
when they
of course.
No, I think Gibby jumped the shark as well as Big Justice and the Rizzler did at some point in their journey.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I haven't been keeping up with either of them long enough to see them jump the shark. Do you think they jumped the shark when people lost interest?
I don't know. I don't really know what they're up to. I do know that, I don't know.
Well, I'm sure they're bound to jump the shark because, like, you jump the shark because you're down bad and you got to, like, basically take the big swing that is just sort of a flop. And at any day now, I could imagine AJ and Big Justice doing something because, like, they've just reverted. Whenever they come to my feed nowadays, it's just. No, they kind of have to. Like, the songs are jumping the shark. Like, why are they doing music?
I didn't know they're making original music.
Songs, I think about the one song I know of by them was around the time of their peak of fame.
We Bring the Boom?
That's What We Do.
Oh, I guess that was a big success because I kind of view their big start as like double chunk chocolate cookie.
But that was like really shortly after they did the song, though.
They did the song before that.
Or like, I don't know, it was around the same time, right?
We're really talking about the important issues here.
We're really talking about the important issues. So this is a podcast that actually has a format.
Yeah, let's.
This is a comedic debate podcast, which means that we have a topic generator. Well, it doesn't mean this, but this is how we do it. We have a topic generator that'll spit out two fun topics, and then Jack and I will take turns. Us and our guest today, Brian, will debate random topics, apples and oranges. So let's say the generator tells one of us to arguing in favor of a fruit and the other one in favor of a sitcom. I might have to argue why Strawberry is better than Frasier. And that's how the game is played.
Wait. First, can I plug my new content?
You're going to plug it up top?
You're going to plug it up top.
Do I have to wait to plug? I plug at the end? Okay, we can...
Can you give like a teaser without doing the full plug right now?
Yeah. Give us a hint so they want to stay and hear what the plug is.
Yeah,
I'm really excited to talk to you guys about a new series called Space Slime from Outer Space that tracks 2 or 3 or 4 maybe astronauts navigating outer space, fighting space slime from said spaceship. But anyway,
it's good. That feels like 2/3 of the fluff plug.
We can go back. We can go
no,
back.
He hasn't
I'm
named
sorry to be
what it is.
overzealous.
No,
I can tell you're excited for the plug, and who would blame you?
Who would blame me?
Yeah.
I mean, I would.
I mean, the amount of the reach on this. What I do,
Yeah,
what I
facts.
like about this podcast that Matt explained to me is that there are loyal listeners every week.
we definitely have
There's
people that
someone
are
out
listening.
there. There's someone
to this
listening and watching
podcast.
this.
It is definitely the case. We've asked people to comment before, and people don't. So I don't know, but like maybe it's bots. But I have.
They don't need to comment.
They don't need to.
No, I believe.
I mean, here, can you provide a little bit of a call to action for our listeners to comment something, see if they're really listening?
Listen, a lot of people don't comment or like or subscribe,
Sure.
and I don't either.
Oh, so you're kind of part of the problem.
I'm kind of
Yeah,
part of the
why
problem.
don't you subscribe to and listen to the pod, Brian?
I listen to the pod. I
you?
listen to the pod.
I mean, I really don't expect anyone who's been a
No.
guest on the pod to ever listen to it.
I
Have you
live it.
listened?
I like the clips.
Oh, that's fun.
The clips.
I enjoy the clips.
Or as we call them, slices, but with it being about apples and oranges.
slices.
That's actually
That's
so Matt
fun.
coined that today. How sick is that?
That is fucking sick, dude.
Oh, thank you.
The slices, apples, oranges, slices. Who
Yeah.
Who drew the?
Me?
Oh, it's very pleasant.
Oh, thank you.
I suppose.
You're the first person to ever say that.
Well,
You
because
think it's pleasant? A lot of people say it doesn't look like us and it scares them.
Do you think it looks like either of
I
us?
think the apple looks a lot like Matt, and the orange looks a lot like Jack.
There we go.
You think so?
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's really
Beast.
nice.
Okay, cool,
Thank
cool.
you.
So
Like,
maybe we're just
the
okay, so
orange
there's
really
some out
gets
there.
Jack's shape in his face.
It gets the perfectly round quality of his
Yeah.
head. You know?
No. Jack has very
My
sharp
globular head.
features with which the orange shows.
Okay, thank you.
So you're saying I'm short and bald?
No, I'm saying you're handsome with
Oh, thank you. That's all you have to say.
I think you're handsome in a sort of Charlie Brown kind of way.
That I'm pathetic. That I'm an easy target. That I'm a boy.
Yes.
Okay.
I think Jack's very handsome.
Yeah, I think you're a handsome man.
Please. I've been taking these pills that morph me into the ideal version of myself, which is called a handsome.
Oh.
Yeah.
A handsome.
That was like an Alex Richards overlaunch pitch we were going to do where you could like become your handsome. This was like 3 years ago, but I was trying to phrase it. Yeah. How sick would that be?
sort of proto the substance.
It was the proto the substance and it was proto looks maxing.
Wow.
That's really good.
Yeah, we've kind of been on this shit. If you're watching, listening, follow
we're
Content Overlaunch.
doing
Content
all the
Overlaunch.
plugs early.
We're putting all the plugs now.
I think have you guys ever considered doing the podcast or doing your videos but casting really good looking people who sort of look like you?
That's really
like
funny.
finding
great.
like
Wait.
Eastern European models.
That's actually genius. We should totally post like 100 of what we're doing now and then just like
Redub it with them.
yeah. Or just like low key just like do this so people get really used to it and then yeah, like that'd be great.
yeah, like you find like these like some like Eastern European models who like look like you guys except for jacked and like 6'2", 6'3".
So
And-
they're beyond being our handsomes. They're our talls.
Yeah, no,
Yes.
they're just like they look kind of like you guys, but
Sure.
just like better.
This is
And
really
then-
you're
It's
kind of
so
evoking
funny.
a specific episode of iCarly.
Is this an episode of
Whoa.
iCarly?
This is an episode of iCarly where they get lookalikes. They get lookalike fans to pretend to be them so they can do some sort of elaborate scheme. I think the plot of the episode is that they're going to like a UFC match or something. They're hanging out with Dana White. So they need their lookalikes.
Do you think iCarly would have gone to UFC 250?
Totally.
Would they have taken the Kalshi money?
Yes.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, let's be real. If iCarly was still around, they'd be sponsored by Kalshi.
I think I can imagine like an iCarly episode now where like Kalshi wants to sponsor them and Sam and Freddie, who are usually at odds, are both on the same page that they should do it, and it's Carly who's like, no, we shouldn't, this is wrong.
Yo, let's write the spec.
You know what if Spencer, instead of like he used to be really into art and stuff, he gets really into sports betting. And he's like, no, I'm so close. And then he
Yeah.
gambles away Carly's like life or savings that were set aside for her.
Is that like the B plot, or is this like
I think
whole other
that's the
episode?
wacky B plot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He needs to get it all back, and then he learns a valuable lesson, which is not to
Yeah.
be addicted to sports gambling. And then a season later, sports gambling sort of is like an adjacent thing going on in one of the other plots, and he gets like hooked back in.
Yeah.
We should really be writing iCarly.
And
They
also,
brought it
wait,
back, right?
Wait, actually, and so here's my pitch for the A plot of where the Spencer, or sorry, the what's the brother's name? Is it Spencer?
Spencer.
Yeah,
Spencer,
sorry, I
Spencer.
keep getting it mixed up with Freddie. So yeah, his B plot is the gambling thing. A plot, Clavicular is a crush on Sam,
Oh, that's great.
and they're low key. Carly's like, mad, but like low-key a little jealous.
Yeah. That's pretty good. Get clavicular on
But
iCarly.
Sam hates clavicular, you know? Sam
Yeah.
is so mean to clavicular, but like Clav is like...
He's kind of a glutton for punishment.
He is, yeah. and you know, Freddie, like, and Freddie has like... And so Freddie tries to look Max in the bagels, or tries to look Max with Gibby.
Oh my god. Freddie looks maxing, which is like the C plot. That's what they're putting in the commercials.
Yeah.
They put clavicular in it, and then they cut to like Freddie trying to looks Max, and that's the commercial.
So we just wrote an iCarly episode, basically.
Yeah, that is like a really sad modern thing. Is like Freddie, instead of being just hopelessly in love with Carly, becomes an incel and becomes really angry at her and falls down the alt-right pipeline.
Oh no,
Yeah.
and he's good. You know, he's like an internet kid. You know, who knows what kind of forums he's on?
Yeah.
He's on some weird forums.
All right, here's my pitch for another iCarly episode. Is I guess Freddie brings a gun to school.
Honestly, I feel like we just created a great slice.
That's a great slice.
I think we should slice
that.
I think we could actually slice that. I'm
Yeah,
not
yeah.
even capping.
Cool,
That
slice
sounds like a
that.
slice.
Not to be a slicer, but
Put peanut butter on it. That's how good it is, man.
Holy shit!
Oof.
Would you ever put peanut butter on an orange slice just to feel something?
No, because the texture, I feel like it wouldn't.
Yeah, I
I'm
know.
trying to like scoop. You know,
putting
it's great.
peanut butter on a wet. That's not
on
great.
a wet.
On a wet. That's not great.
Nah.
But you need the moisture, like that's why jelly works because it's like moist. That's why an apple slice works. But it's like the tropical.
It's too. It's soft and it's kind of porous. Or not really, or it's a little more. I don't know. There's kind of a water balloonish quality to an orange slice.
Sure.
We're answering the real questions on this show, folks.
We're getting down into it.
All right, I've got some topics right here. Brian,
Okay.
you're going to be arguing in favor of an album of your choice.
Any album of my choice.
Any album. And Jack, a winter sport.
A winter sport. Okay.
I just realized kind of coincidentally, you recently on another recent episode were just talking about a winter sport, but more so a movie that was celebrating such a sport.
Yeah.
So bear that in mind, I guess.
I'm not gonna run it back.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna do bobsledding, but I'll think of another winter sport.
Sure. Well, in the meantime, I'll just say I'm not sure if the iCarly reboot is still on air, but if it is, you know who you've got to be writing this show. We have it.
You need to call us.
You need to call us.
We don't need to be paid.
No.
We could just put some stuff on the internet and just see how it goes. You know.
Sure. Sort of recreate iCarly, bones and all.
Dude.
Round up.
That could be what we spend the next 6 months of our lives doing.
Recreating iCarly, like building the sets and everything, making it perfect, and then
But
just
what
doing
if-
our own awful plots.
No, but I think what we could actually do is just hire hotter European people and shoot iCarly.
Or we hire hotter European people to do the work, spending 6 months writing and creating a new iCarly episode
Yeah, so we've sort of been outsourcing all of our writing.
to our handsomes.
Yeah.
You guys should do a podcast where you do the podcast, you have everything, and then you get
2 dudes.
it transcribed,
Mm.
and then you give it to the hot people to re-record
Yeah.
and post them in tandem.
Yeah, and like A/B test it, see which one does better,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
then when inevitably the other one does better, the show's changed forever.
Well, but then it becomes sort of like a Charlie Kaufman-esque
Oh, sure,
like,
right.
third wall breaking exploration of your relationship with your handsome.
Sure.
Wait,
Oh my God, synecdoche
Brian,
apples and
that's-
orange.
That's such a good pitch, Brian. Like, I honestly think we should
It
do
would be
something
really
like-
funny.
That'd be so good. I can start my opening statement if
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah. I picked an album.
okay, cool. Okay.
Yeah.
My winter sport is
Great.
dog sledding, and nothing like getting a fucking couple dozen dogs, and it's cold as shit out, and you're racing on a sled, and you're kind of whipping them, and do you whip near them? I don't know if you hurt the dogs. I imagine you don't whip them because it's like kind of be counterintuitive if they're pulling you.
Yeah, I guess
to
you're
hurt the
hurting. You're
dog-
hurting the animal that's pulling you.
Yeah. I've never met an animal. I don't know. So I will say that it's the best fucking sport because you have this fucking team of dogs and they have like this collective dog mind and it's cold as shit and you got to deliver penicillin to that village in Alaska. And at the end of the day, that's better than any album, music. What is that? we live for competition. We live for man's bond with nature and the love you share with your dozen dogs as they race across the tundra with you. And I will yield my time.
That's so
Brian.
freaking cool. Damn. Oh, I feel so lame now. Okay.
Oh.
I picked the 2013 Daft Punk album, Random Access Memories.
Damn.
Great pick.
When Daft Punk goes disco. Is that... I just couldn't think of... It was the first... I've been listening to this album a lot. I'm always listening to this album a lot. It's when Daft Punk decides to go disco. They have all really cool disco guitar riffs. And that's kind of my favorite thing that there is in general. Have you ever been out? Have you ever been dancing and then the song Get Lucky comes on with Pharrell?
You're talking about the song of the summer?
Yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah.
It's the best moment you can have.
Yeah, that is a great song.
What about the song with Julian Casablancas? Do you guys know that one?
No, it's that one.
I would play it.
Nah. Well,
It's called Instant Crush.
Yeah,
can you name some songs on the track list?
Oh, I know. Instant Crush.
Lose Yourself to Dance.
Oh.
Lose Yourself to Dance.
Oh, for sure.
Music
Is Giorgio by Mordor on this album?
No.
Oh.
That's
Exactly.
Oh yeah,
It's a shit
it
album.
is.
It
Okay,
is.
okay,
Okay.
look.
Great.
The Game of Love is good. I don't know Touch. I should listen to
Oh,
that.
Touch is a
I
classic.
remember Touch.
Oh, Contact is the last track. That's a really cool
I don't know that
one.
Mm,
It's
not
really
familiar.
atmospheric. Anyway, but it's really cool because I feel like up until that point, my only knowledge of disco was that it was lame and bad, and I was supposed to not like it. And then I realized how awesome it was
All right.
because of Daft Punk, the cool guys.
I
We
am
dive
not
in?
sure if that camera is recording.
You don't think this is recording?
I mean,
It was earlier.
It was before.
It was
Well,
before.
it
Good
was-
eye, Matt. Good eye. Let's see.
All right. Now it's recording.
Now it's recording?
Yep. I do
Shit.
not know how long it wasn't.
Okay. Let's keep an eye on it.
I'm keeping an eye on it. And the floor is open.
Oh,
Okay.
and also, besides being the cornerstone of my Get Funky playlist, I think right now the World Cup's huge. European teams are doing well in the World Cup.
I've heard of this Europe.
Daft Punk, they're European, I think.
They're I think are they not French?
They're
They're
French. France is killing in the World Cup. You know, I had a croissant a few days ago. I forgot how delicious they were. I was talking about Napoleon for like 2 hours with my dad last weekend.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah, France, man.
Well, am I cool to dive in?
Floor's open.
Look, you're just naming random shit about France at this point. There's nothing to this album that's good. You just named some songs that are good, yes. As someone who's also wearing a ridiculous helmet, I must say it's painful and it sucks. And these Daft Punkers, they're nothing compared to the spirit of Balto, the little dog who was able to run across the entire length of I think the whole earth pretty much in a dire need, in a dire state to get the penicillin to the people in Alaska. But all that aside, it's the greatest. We love the dogs. I don't know what else to say. What is the album even called? Random Access Memories? More like
Go for it.
retarded ass.
Oh boy.
Mom.
He really did it.
Yeah, I went there.
Oh my god.
I couldn't stick the landing, but I was too distracted by how just the album's ringing in my head and how shitty it is.
This is I won't exactly make this a part of the debate, but I'll say I would have started with like Blandum or something.
Blandum Access.
Yeah, I mean, I guess do I attack dog sledding or do I defend my position?
That's the question, isn't it?
That's the
Exactly.
question.
That
I
is the
guess
question.
I guess I'm gonna take a two-pronged approach. The two prongs being attack and defense.
Okay.
Press the button. Press the down button.
I guess that's I think that's
Just
fine.
don't press it again. It's probably fine.
My two-pronged approach in terms of attack will be, dog sledding. Is it badass? Absolutely. You know what's not badass? Global warming. You know what will happen once the polar ice caps melt? All the huskies are going to get overheat.
You're arguing in favor of global warming.
The huskies are going to overheat, and there will be no more dog sledding. Bing, bop, bam.
Whoa.
Number 2 on my prong approach.
Wait.
My prong approach also leads me to defend the cool helmets, because you see Daft Punk and you're like, oh, are those like some European DJs? Ew. You're like, oh no. There are some futuristic robot wizards.
So you think
And that's cool.
So you think that people who are too ugly to perform should wear masks to entice the crowd? That's not a positive message.
No, they should get Eastern European beautiful people to recast them. We've been over this. But
This
if
is
that
true,
doesn't work,
you
but
can build a
also
helmet.
like there's a lot that's cool about France. You know what's not cool about French? The language. It doesn't sound that good when you hear it. No matter how hard they try to push it on us, you're like, ugh. Yeah, there's something I don't like about that. And
And you're arguing in favor of this.
well, clearly you haven't listened to much Daft Punk, because they don't. There's very little French in the music.
I love the
Random
overt
access.
francophobia we don't
Yeah,
usually
I
get on
really
this
know.
podcast.
I'm sorry. I've been to France. It was lovely. And there was one girl from my high school who was French who I really liked. That's the only French person I like personally know, but I really enjoyed her company. I just think when you hear the language, it's not like Spanish or English or German where you're like, "Oh, that's a beautiful language," you know?
Interesting.
Or Czech or Russian.
It's like all the other European languages.
Italian, that's music to my ears.
But French, not so. But their music is music to your ears. The music of the French.
I wouldn't even say Daft Punk is French, inherently so. I would say it's its own lane, and I would say that album is trash compared to being freezing on the back. Like you get to chill the whole time. It's a sport where you actually get to chill, and the dogs are your companions. They're adorable. They're running, and you're just sitting there on the thing, and you get to say mush, and then you get to chill with the dogs afterwards.
Listen, clearly you haven't done much jockeying.
Jockeying.
Yeah, you've clearly never been a dog or a horse jockey. That's all. If you think it's
No.
all chill,
That means the dogs don't like you as much as they like me. It's very chill for me. They love me.
I'm just saying you're getting in there. You're maintaining a firm athletic stance that whole time. You're using your core in your glutes to be engaged to thrust through those winds, as well as what you need is to be that athletic, but also a strong sort of blubbery fat cushion to maintain body heat at those temperatures. So it's a variety of physical tasks and skills you need that are incredibly difficult.
See, I actually had a gamer chair installed on my sled, so I don't have to worry about any of those things, and I'm an elite horse jockey. Dog jockey, rather.
I'm imagining you're like sitting back on the sled. You have like toe spacers in.
Yep. Watching Family Guy and Temple Run.
Family Guy funny moments.
Yeah.
One day I met a gentleman who told me he was a horse jockey. His father was a horse jockey, and it was his dream in life. And then he grew about 6 inches one year. He was 5 feet tall. Now he's like 5'6" or 5'7" or something.
Too tall.
Too tall to be a horse jockey. And I was like, were you like kind of happy though? I mean,
Yeah.
you know, you're like a tall guy now, you know? And he was like, it was the hardest thing that's ever happened to me in my life. And I was like,
Oh my
oh,
God.
sorry, I touched it.
I think
Sorry.
that's pretty rough because it's like you're too tall to accomplish your dream, but not tall enough to be considered tall or even average height. It's kind of a no-win situation for that guy.
Nah, he wins because either way he's a short king.
Yeah, of course.
I think I think being a jockey is really cool. I think whatever height you are is great. Dude, if you were 5 feet tall, that would be a big like
Be a hurdle.
inhibitance in your life. Just
Sure.
like going to the grocery store.
Not
you
being able
can't
to
reach
top
the
shelf.
shelves. Not the top shelves, like most of them. Like it would be really annoying.
What about
Yeah.
the low shelves?
I mean, you're right there.
Kind of
But you
easy.
know, if regardless of your height, if you had a dozen dogs, you could just stand on top of them or get them to get it for you. Dog
That's
sledding is the
true.
best sport ever.
And I mean,
do they? You get your 12 huskies to form like a Megazord.
Yes, yeah, they all, yeah.
do you think that, do you train all of them or are they pre-trained?
They come trained
From where?
from the dog
the
trainer.
academy?
From the academy, Husky Academy.
Oh, okay.
It is interesting, like, that it is truly a team sport. It's just not a human team sport.
Yeah, but it's the beautiful dance
Like
between man and beast.
The chemistry between the dogs themselves is a big
Oh,
part.
totally.
which is like genuinely fascinating to think about.
Yeah.
Like you can have like the Knicks were unstoppable because of their chemistry and because like they played together since college. Like there is a dog version of that in dog sledding, and we probably don't fully understand it because we can't talk to them.
Sure. Well,
Not yet.
they can't talk to us. Well, we can talk to them. They can be trained. They're like the most trainable animal. I'm not arguing in favor of anyone here. I'm not entering the debate.
Sounds like part of you is
The Soviets
Love
tried
it.
to communicate with dogs.
What did they find?
They thought LSD was the key to communicating with dogs.
Like humans taking LSD?
Yes. There was a lot of research of human beings. This is all true. I'm not doing a bit.
wow.
Okay.
Where during the Cold War, they thought like the key to the Cold War could be human-animal connection and communication.
Yeah, why
and
not?
they kept doing LSD to try and talk to animals.
Pretty cool.
Genius.
And the Americans were trying to do it for mind control.
Yeah,
Neither worked.
I saw some video that was all about like during World War II, the Americans were like trying to train. Like this was going on like a little before and kind of at the same time as the Manhattan Project. There was a project centered around tying bombs to bats and getting bats like dropping just a bunch of bats, and then all the bats would like go into random like houses and attics and shit and then just explode there. And instead what kept happening is that they would drop the bats and the bats would just explode. No it would before anyone hit the ground. There was no actual damage done. They were just exploding bats.
That's sick.
All the CIA stuff and like special ops makes so much sense when you realize that this was like the 3 martini lunch stuff where like they were just drunk as shit the whole time.
That's actually true.
Fucking bats. And everyone's like, yeah, okay.
Yeah, like imagine having I don't know, they would just do the boozy lunches like Mad Men style in the 60s and stuff. People would just get like hammered during the day. It's ridiculous.
Yeah. Well, I think the story with the bats thing was crazier too, because it was this guy whose, I think it was like his wife was friends with Eleanor Roosevelt, and he's like, go tell her to tell her husband to do the bats thing.
Oh my God.
And she was like, honey, do the bats thing. And he's like, fine, I'll do the bats thing. And then they tested it for a while and said, what if we like split an atom instead?
Yeah.
What a waste of time. We already have bats.
Well, I think I'm ready to hear some closing statements.
Who's like to hear from?
Starting with Brian.
Okay. Random Access Memories. It's a classic. It's Daft Punk's final album. Out of that whole scene, they were definitely the coolest. Like LCD Sound System, Julian Casablancas. Uncool. You know what's cool? The robots. And then we also have disco guitar riffs. Shout out the Isley Brothers. Well, just a great, all good stuff. And lastly, we have a dying sport with animal abuse. And I love dogs. I think dogs are great, and I don't want to hit them, unlike my opponent. Those are my main statements. Just like having a good time versus hurting dogs.
Not hurting dogs. Morphing them into becoming the greatest beasts possible. Through, of course, some physical discomfort, because, you know, the dogs, after all, they are beasts. They're animals. They need to be... They need to experience the hardships of being a beast while I sit in my gamer chair and enjoy the luxuries of sapienism. So, this album is whatever, but the spirit, the intensity, the camaraderie between human and other species and humans to other humans, you know, in dog sledding far surpasses an album that was made by robots. Arguably the first AI album, so I don't support that. And I yield my time.
All right. I think I've got to give this one to Jack.
Damn. Music takes me back where you belong.
Very little talk of Daft Punk. A lot of talk of France. I think it really.
We got sidetracked.
It was a bit of a sidetrack.
We fell down a rabbit hole.
No, one man's sidetrack. That's another man's main quest.
It was podcasting gold, but not winning gold. And so the win does go to Jack.
I will say dog sledding is just way too freaking cool to argue against. I really did my best.
It's a really
You
cool.
picked a
You
good
picked
album.
well. You just picked well. You picked well too, though. I mean, I think
you know
when you
why?
read through that track list, it was abundantly clear that we're all fans of Daft Punk in that album.
You know what
it's such
Daft
a good
Punk
album.
song I really like? I forget what it's called, but it goes. Bum, 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 bum,
Oh. Is that Delong? No.
Yeah, Defunct.
Oh, is that
Defunct.
okay? Yeah.
Yeah.
You have some music video for that one?
Yeah.
Yeah, really fun. For those listening, you should check it out.
Spike
Jonze
Jonze
directed,
Jinx.
and it's
That was crazy.
but yeah, it's like more a short film than a music video, and it's cool.
What do you think about? We can play the game and talk later.
No. What
What do you think
This is a
about
good
Spike
transition.
Jonze and Jackass? I've been reflecting a lot on that.
I think it's cool that he's involved there. I would just love to see a new narrative film from him because his limited run of like 4 narrative films, I've seen only 3 of them. I've yet to see Where the Wild Things Are, but I love the 3 I've seen.
I think he's just more into Jackass.
Well, and
Like,
he was
he's-
also like he was like a big producer for Vice and Viceland. I know he was involved in that for a while too.
Yeah, I think he's like one of the best living filmmakers. Just doesn't really care.
Yeah.
Yeah, it seems like he just kind of lost interest in that kind of filmmaking, which is prerogative, but it feels like a loss.
He'll
'Cause
drop
He's
something.
also the guy who made Her.
I think he's a drop swing at some point.
I hope so.
I'm sure he could. I think he's more interested in like
Yeah, no, it really seems like it's up to him. And he's just
video,
not, yeah.
like doc music, like
Yeah.
weird stuff.
He does what he does.
I have 2 topics.
Whoa.
Ryan, your category is a rom-com. And Matt, you'll be arguing in favor of a one-hit wonder.
Yes. That never comes up. We never get this category.
One Hit Wonder is a great category.
That's been on the category list for a really long time and it barely ever comes up. So that's exciting.
I could start. I'm ready. I've been thinking about. I'm so happy because I was thinking about one of my favorite romantic comedies, which I recently revisited.
Yes.
It's called Set It Up with Glenn Powell and Zoe Dutch.
You were just telling me about this.
I believe it was 2018. It was a Netflix original, and it's an incredibly charming film where they play 2 assistants, and they're overworked and underpaid, and they realize a way to have some less work is get their bosses to work less. By doing so, they set up their bosses, and I'm not even going to tell you what happens next, but just know hijinks ensues. We have 2 very charming young performers with young Glenn Powell, young Zoe Dutch, just being cuties, being charming, being lovable, and the third character though, New York City herself.
Whoa.
New York City herself. Specifically Fi-Di, everyone's favorite romantic neighborhood in New York. They hit all the Fi-Di staples, like the World Trade Center, like that like bar you walk past if you're ever down there at night.
Sure, that bar.
Yeah, of course, the bar.
Yeah, that like but yeah, fantastic, great movie, and Lucy Liu, she's also in it.
Oh.
Yeah, she plays one of the bosses.
All right. I'm going to be arguing in favor of the song Flagpole Sitta by Harvey Danger. And it's a hell of a song. It's so good. They made it the theme song to Peep Show. It is this iconic song. I think it is like, there are other like major classic songs that are associated with the 90s, Smells Like Teen Spirit, defined grunge, and there are tons of classics from the era. I do think though that Flagpole Sitta is the like defining song of the 90s and Gen X, and it is kind of, and in a way that feels both specific to the time and also feels like it remains relevant to like new generations. Like it is kind of the ultimate statement about youthful angst. It is so fun and powerful and full of just like angry, rowdy language. It is it's so catchy and so I don't know, just kind of like irreverent, and it feels like, I don't know, like kind of like the beating heart of the youth. It seems like a song that is kind of just going to last forever. perhaps outlasting many other major hits from the period of time that it was out. And I've done it multiple times at karaoke, and it's really, really fun to sing, especially if it's in your range and it's just barely in mine. And it's great. And this rom-com sounds like poopy caca to me, so I'm gonna yield my time.
Okay, I mean, I'm gonna respond to Matt first of all. 105 miles an hour, fastball, going all over the place. That's the pick that Matt chose. I want viewers to sort of have that visual. He's throwing heat, but he can't control it, which is how I imagine him doing this pitch at karaoke. What?
Oh my God.
The second thing I have to ask is at karaoke, and I need you to be honest with me.
Yep.
I need you to be honest with me. Was the crowd into it?
Well, I mean, I mostly do karaoke in private rooms, so I don't know.
Were people into it? Were the fellas singing along? Were the ladies waving their hands? Or was this more of a you on stage and people were sort of there?
Was it exhibitionistic, man?
I think other people were enjoying it. I also will say, like, more than half the times that I sang this song at karaoke, it was a duet with my ex. And I'll tell you this, it's a hell of a song. It gets people riled up. I think other people enjoyed it. I think so. It's a great song. Yeah.
I won't confirm or deny.
Were people singing along with you guys?
No,
I think so. I think so. Well, hold on. Jack, as just a unbiased party here, were other people singing along at any point that I did this at karaoke?
Yeah, totally. This Flagpole Sit is a classic, I would say.
I mean,
it's a hit. It's a fucking hit.
Yeah.
Okay. That was my question. I'm glad you answered it.
But I'm not well.
It's a sin. Now, you talk about the set it up. Now, I'll say this. This is a movie, and this is true, that no one has ever heard of or watched.
It's a crime. And that's why I chose it, because I think, look, I'm on it I'm here to plug Set It Up.
Sure. That's why you asked to come on.
That's why it has to come on. It's a movie that no one's seen and no one knows, and in an era, in a time when no good romantic comedies were made. Like,
yeah, late 2010s were kind of abysmal.
Post 2012 to 2026, I don't know. I don't think there's been any good romantic comedies to come out. This is probably the best.
From when?
From like 2015 to now, like over the last 10 years.
I feel like they're trying to make a revival right now. I agree with your point.
There's Slop that they put on Netflix, but this is a fantastic movie,
which is somehow different, despite also being produced by and for Netflix.
I know, and it's completely different. This is on location, New York City. This is like really great performers who are just giving it their all. This is
Glenn Powell and Zoe Deutsch. I don't know. I'm not too bullish on this cast.
This is when they're young. This is when they were a bit hungrier, and they were, not that they're not trying hard, but I'm sure they're trying very hard. But I mean, they're really good in this movie, dude. And you also have like, it's a really interesting commentary about class in New York City as well.
And I'm sure that's very innovative.
I don't think Materialist is made without Set It Up.
Whoa. Yeah, I'm sure it was very directly inspired.
Yeah.
You also mentioned it's Fi-Di, and we had a bit of a laugh, but yeah, no, that's like the worst place in New York you can set a rom-com. Literally any other place in New York City would be better. Literally any other. You could go to like, I don't know, like Harlem or a neighborhood in Queens or something, and do, have something be about like, kind of personal, be about the people who live there. No one lives in Fi-Di, and the people who do are not worth talking about.
Wow.
Wow. I'll fucking say it. What about like real neighborhoods? What about places with like a sense of like culture, and it's not all just fucking
we are on
like
a soundstage in New Jersey right now.
Yes, we're on a soundstage in New Jersey right now.
This is song and dance. This is iCarly, Brian.
Yeah, but we are emulating Brooklyn, which I'd say is a lot more has a lot more personality and panache than a place like Fi-Di. The finances, it's the financialization of the U.S. economy. It's a scourge, and you want to celebrate that?
This is the movie,
romantic comedy.
That's what this movie's about. This movie is about how empty and vacuous, private equity and like, what was really that industry that was really hot in like 2018 with tech.
That industry that was hot in 2018.
Peter Thiel.
Like I don't know what he was doing.
Venture
before.
capitalism. Venture
Oh,
capitalists.
VC. Yeah. Venture capitalism. Yeah.
Sure. Not so much anymore. VC gone.
I think VC's down a lot.
VC's cooled off. It's cooled off. It's not going anywhere, folks. It's not going anywhere, guys.
Phew. Yeah. I don't know. It seems very. It's just like such a clinical environment.
It's that movie. Nothing clinical about it. It's messy in all the right ways, with charming dialogue and wit. Youth, dreams, love. It's fantastic. It's the best New York City rom-com, I think.
When Harry Met Sally.
I'd say since like 2007. I don't know.
Since 2007.
What's like a good?
Well, sure. I mean, you're picking like kind of the tail end of the golden age of rom-coms.
Well,
feels
because
very intentional.
Because when people are like, oh man, they don't make any good romantic comedies anymore. You know what they have? You know what? I just wish I could shake them and say, you need to watch Set It Up, 2018.
And I think
I have a question. What is Set It Up about? You briefly explained it, but like at its core, like
I'll go through Set It Up beat by beat. If
not beat by beat, but
I
like
would
what
love
is
to.
in as much
like,
detail
what's
as you
the-
care
what's-
to,
what's
just
like
so we have a
the-
better sense.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I'll try to do the voice of each character. So it's about so Glenn Powell is the assistant to a VC executive, and Zoe Dutch is an assistant to the head of like a writer for a magazine or blog or something. This is like the end of the blog era, and she's an aspiring writer and he's an aspiring VC guy, and he realizes at the end of the movie that money isn't everything and he should quit and figure out who he is because this ambition is somewhat pointless. And she realizes she needs to gain some courage and set out on her own to write and say that that's what I want to do and do that. And more than anything, though, that's sort of the romance cliches. The main thing is that they accept their bosses. Goes well, then it doesn't go well, and then they try to piece it back together, but maybe they shouldn't.
Wow.
And then in the process, they end up falling in love themselves, even though you wouldn't think on paper that's sort of the more quirky, artsier girl and the more like finance bro-y guy would fit on paper.
So it sounds like Finding Love takes some assistance.
Yeah, you could say that. That's really
That's
clever.
the copy right there.
That's really
No,
clever.
that's the copy.
Okay,
yeah,
that is the
It's
copy.
the copy.
Okay.
Nah. You don't think I know the copy to set it up? I was being facetious.
Okay. Well, I feel like a blundering fool here. Except I actually don't, because no one knows this fucking movie. The thing about that, what you're describing, sounds like a really like hollow, superficial fabrication, which is kind of what Flagpole Sid is all about taking down.
What a segue.
It's all about getting to like the things that people don't want to talk about that are all around us. You know, I had visions. I was looking into the mirror to see a little bit clearer the wickedness and evil in me. It's about digging deeper. It's about pushing past facades.
Can we talk about Gen X angst for a moment?
I know you love to talk about Gen X.
Wait, that's so. We actually
angst.
watched The Simpsons last night. That was like a lot about Gen X.
A lot about Gen X.
Paranoia. What are you talking? Like a lot of the lyrics and the general angst and turbulence in this song is completely inane and just sort of has some youthful posture about like I want to write zines and Rage Against Machines,
which is true. You would want to do that.
I want to get a piercing. I want to what are these? It's not like about anything. It's about throwing a temper tantrum. It's a temper tantrum.
I so disagree.
Which is fine, but it's not about anything.
It's not about anything. It's about everything. It is about everything. It is about the perspective that views the world and sees nothing but these, a sort of hollow facade, a Potemkin village of a world that we're supposed to believe exists, but doesn't. It's all just bullshit, man.
It's very like Holden Caulfield-esque,
which is a classic work of art
for annoying people.
Oh, so this is really an anti-Catcher in the Rye crowd.
This is anti-Catcher in the Rye crowd. Am I right, ladies and gentlemen?
Woo! That was the soundboard.
This is a pro Catcher in the Rye crowd. Am I right? Our non-binary listeners.
Yes.
I think. I'm sorry. I think the I think the general angst is fine. I think there's nothing necessarily wrong with angst for the sake of angst. I just don't find it very moving. And I think it's a little bit silly to act like this is more than sort of an adolescent urge or a little blip versus something timeless like Set It Up, which is about love and tackles truly deep themes about meaning and
Right.
identity in our class system.
And what was it you were saying about it being said in, that thing that was specifically really big in the late 2010s?
Venture capitalism.
Yeah, venture capitalism, the way you phrased it, that thing that was really big at that time. So it's just as rooted to its era as Flagpole Sitta. It is just as distinctive to its era.
Well, no, Flagpole Sitta, well, sure. I don't think Flagpole Sitta is necessarily... I don't think either... That's not my problem with it. My problem is more the general feelings of angst
Sure.
with no real critiques of anything. I find somewhat a little tiresome.
I suppose I can see such a thing, but it's the way it puts it to
And
words.
very
It has more to do
simple
with...
chord progressions.
Here's what I don't need from my art. Solutions. What I need is examinations of feelings. People don't read poetry because they want the solutions to their problems. They read poetry to see feelings, to
A lot of the great Latin Americanists would disagree with you, but continue.
the great Latin Americanist poets are that you need a solution in the work.
I mean, Pablo Neruda had lots of solutions in his work, as did a lot of the great Chilean poets and authors.
That's fine. I'm not saying this is bad, but I'm saying it's not necessary.
It's not necessary.
It's not necessary. You desire, you yearn for solutions in art. And I'm like, are you getting solutions from Set It Up?
Damn, we caught you yearning, bro.
Am I catching emotions? I'm really catching one very shallow emotion, which is like, I don't really know what I want to do with my life, which is
But
like a fine emotion.
It's so
one
much
that
deeper.
Set It Up explores as well, but just it also explores that in a much more deep way and explores much more sort of interesting emotions that you can go through.
Well, I appreciate that it's explored in a very raw way in Flagpole Sitta. I'm not sick, but I'm not well. I think that, like, seriously, is a really, like, beautiful line. It does and can make you think.
I think I'm ready for some closing statements.
He's sick of it.
Fucking. No, I'm not. I'm not gonna show my true colors.
Okay. Who do you want to hear from?
Let's hear from. Let's hear from you first.
Okay. Flagpole Sitta is it's really raw. It feels very timeless. It is an expression of like the explosive powder keg of youthful angst, and it is about angst. It doesn't offer any solutions, but what it does offer is something everyone can relate to. The lyrics are, I think, really interesting. They're very like, what's the word? I don't know if I should say impressionistic or expressionistic, but they're very you sort of piece together these lyrics that are kind of all about different things, and what's the through line, and it's the feelings that you find within them. This feeling of angst, this feeling that things are not all right, that the worlds that we see, everything about it, including even ourselves, our reflection in our mirror, is something hollow, that there is something within that hasn't been explored, that isn't being told to us, the sense that we are all being lied to, paranoia, everybody's coming to get me. The word paranoia is as if to say, everyone isn't coming to get you, but these feelings, they're just that. They're feelings, and they're real, even if the sources maybe aren't. And this is all to say that it's packed with emotion to the brim. It's incredibly catchy. It's a fantastic, catchy song. Defines a generation as far as I'm concerned. And what my opponent here is describing today is a typical rom-com, a cute production that no one knows exists, with like an alright cast, and there's nothing particularly about it to me that sounds different from any other rom-com. Whereas I hardly even need to make my own case because we've all heard the song and we all know that it fucking slaps. And I yield my time.
I think we've recited enough of the Flagpole Sitta lyrics today for the audience to understand that they're very limited. That there's a lot of rage, there's a lot of angst, and there's nothing wrong with that. It doesn't explore those emotions, doesn't unpack anything. It's a very surface level critique of oneself, society, whatever you ascribe those feelings of I believe paranoia. Everyone's coming to get me. It's relatively simple. As I do want to address Matt's points, even though I didn't want to in this closing statement. Most great artists aren't respected in their time. Starry Night was not admired in its time. And I think one day people look at Set It Up similar to Starry Night, where they're like, wow, this is the most gorgeous, cool thing I've ever seen. And we'll be like, yeah, because they weren't ready for it. A lot of people aren't ready for Set It Up, a truly revelatory film that is about love and compassion and finding your way in this world. I'm so glad I got the opportunity to highlight it today because it's just wonderful. Thank you.
Well done.
All right.
I think those were two strong debates. I think, Matt, you really had him in the beginning, but I think Brian eked it out because I want solutions. I want solutions, and I do agree. It's temper tantrumish. And I think after watching that Gen X, that scathing critique of Gen X last night in The Simpsons, I think I got to side with Set It Up. Maybe I do want a finance bro in a finance love story.
Well,
shameful.
Was the Simpsons episode new?
No, it's called Homerpalooza, penultimate episode of season 7, and it is. I thought it was very funny, but I do think it was like one of the weakest classic Simpsons episodes in some ways.
Yeah, it wasn't as good as the others we were watching for sure.
Yeah, very much like they did one of my least favorite Simpsons-isms where they because I feel like they're always just kind of like ventriloquizing their own opinions through the voice of Lisa because she's supposed to be the voice of reason. But like when you can hear that like an older man wrote the words they're having this little child say,
it's cringe.
It's cringe. And there are some moments in the episode that definitely happens.
I was kind of cringing when Homer was trying to act like a teenager at the beginning and be cool.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like that was supposed to be cringe, but I get it.
It was, but I was like cringing it
in the wrong way.
I guess. I don't know.
In the unintended kind of cringe.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that episode did resonate with me, though. It wasn't, like, it was still good.
Yeah. Anyway, folks, watch Homerpalooza or don't.
Watch Homerpalooza or don't.
But you know what you should watch?
Space Slimes from Outer Space.
Space Slime from Outer Space. Thank you guys so much for the plug. This is a new series that I'm putting out on TikTok and Instagram Reels under the accounts Brian_DeLong, as well as mini movies every day, all one word. And what me and my partner Toby Ellenwood are doing is we're making a mini movie every day where we tell sort of a narrative story in sci-fi. This one's about a spaceship and space slime from outer space, and our heroes sort of are trying to escape their spacecraft. It's really, we built all the sets ourselves. We got these miniatures. So we built all the miniatures. With that is we like build like mini sets, so sort of like dioramas, and then we film all of them, and then we film ourselves in the same angle with the exact same lighting, and then put us in the miniature boxes, which is pretty cool and pretty exciting. And we did all these practical effects. We worked real hard on it. We wrote and composed all the music.
It's incredible.
Yeah, thank you.
And it looks great. The first few episodes are out, and it's really a delight. Everyone should follow those accounts.
Everyone should. Thank you guys so much for letting me plug.
Of course.
Absolutely. And now, usually we do this before the plugs, but I mean, I just couldn't contain myself.
Oh, thank you.
Of course. Now, I gotta ask, this is a newer question. I don't know if the last time you were here we were already doing this, but I'll just bring it back up. Do you have any thoughts on any new topics we can add to our generator?
Oh, man. Shoot, wow. So I just like pitch any sort of topic right now?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And it might well end up on the generator, but not too much pressure.
I'm trying to do something that's like not too specific, but also kind of funny and punchy.
Sure. That's where they get you.
Could we do Gatorade flavors?
I don't see why not. Folks, comment whether that's good enough for you. I think that's a good one. I think we would, of course, need a Gatorade sponsorship, and I think that'll be easy. We'll just talk to our people at Gatorade.
Sorry, electrolyte beverage flavors.
Now this I like to hear. Now this I think is a huge, great idea. Well, that just about does this episode of
Yeah,
Apples
we
and
did it,
Oranges.
folks. This is Apples and Oranges.
This is Apples and Oranges. This is what this podcast is.
Thank
If this is your
you.
first time episode, thank you so much for listening. Please come back again.
Wow.
And Ryan, this is not your first time being here, but please you too come back again.
I will be back. Thank you. Always a pleasure.
Always a pleasure.
It always
Likewise.
is.
My friends Matt and Jack.
And our
All right,
friends
folks.
Brian.
Goodbye.
We'll see ya. Bye bye.
Thank you.